how to get anything you want in life like magic. Hey, are there some things that you'd like to have out of life? Better shape, better body, more money in the bank, big business? You can do these things, and I'm going to give you the magical steps that you can use to actually achieve all these things, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. Thank you for joining me on my channel. This channel is actually for you. It's your channel, because what I do on this channel is I take the things that have worked for me and I put them on this channel so that you can copy them and get good results yourself. Now, I also talk about things that didn't work for me to prevent you from wasting your time and not spending time on things that don't work. So let's get started. First off, I want to let you know, since 2009 I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products online, and it's been quite a journey, and I want to share those things with you. I also want to share with you a free course below. It's a $97 course. You can click and learn. Get this course absolutely free. All you got to do is click below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're new to my channel, subscribe right now and give me a thumbs up and turn on bell notifications. Once you hit that subscribe button there's going to be a bell that's going to appear next to it. You want to click that bell and turn on all notifications. That way you're part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do one of these videos. Okay, let's jump right into this. First off, I want to let you know that if you're starting a business online, if you're building a list online, if you're doing any of these things, you're going to start at zero. It's just the way it is. Okay, so I have so many people say, well, I don't have a list yet, JR, and I don't have any products, JR, and I don't have any sales, JR, I don't have anything, so I'm really at a disadvantage. No, you're not. You're at the same point that everybody else is when they got started. I didn't have a product, I didn't have a list, I had no sales whatsoever, but I got started. So you know, it's so important to realize that you're not at a disadvantage. If you keep telling yourself you're at a disadvantage, you're defeating your own mind. Okay, you're defeating yourself, you're beating yourself up for nothing. Everybody starts at that point. It's okay. I think the fear that most people have is that they'll get started and it won't work out. Okay, it will work out. Here's why I know it'll work out: because you're not going to quit. If you don't quit, it will work out. If one thing doesn't work, you go on to another. My story was I started off selling cell phone cases, and those cell phone cases, I thought, well, they got to sell like crazy because everybody has a cell phone. Now this is going back to 2009, and cell phones were getting wildly popular then, and everybody was getting all these new different cases, but I did terrible at it because people kept changing their phones, and I would have to buy a large volume of them, and then I wouldn't sell enough of them, and then those would go in storage, and then they would change the phone again. So I did terrible at it. However, I got started, and what I learned was that I could learn how to do things like list stuff on eBay, and I learned how to sell stuff, and I learned how to package up stuff, and I wasn't making any money, but I was learning all the skills that I needed for when I did have a product that made me money. Now since then I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products, but it was that learning process in the beginning. You're gonna have to go through it. I know you want to skip it. I get it. I wanted to skip it too. I wanted to just get to the money, but it doesn't work that way. So let's go through the steps. I listed 5 things. If you do these 5 things, you're going to be in great shape. Okay, number 1, decide what you want and why, and be specific. Decide what you want and why, and be specific. You know, too many people say, well, I want a business. Okay, and I say, well, you know, why do you want a business? Well, because I've always wanted one. Well, no, that's not a reason to want a business. Now if you tell me you want a business because you want to be able to work 4 hours a week and have nobody tell you what to do and travel around the world and lean on Ferraris and get your picture taken, you're going to fail. You're going to fail, because when you get a business, you're going to have to work hard. Now I know there's so many channels, there's so many gurus that will tell you it's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's effort. Right now I'm doing a video. This video is going to go on YouTube. On YouTube, somebody may watch this video or they may not. I have videos where people, you know, 50,000 views on those videos. I've got some that's got 10 views on it, and it doesn't matter because I don't know which is which. I just know I got to work, and as long as I work, overall I'll be successful. And that's the same thing with you. There are going to be times when it's not going to work out. There's going to be times where you feel defeated, but you got to set these specific goals. And if your goal is to start a business, it's because you want to build something, you want to grow something, that you want to accomplish something. Okay, and you got to be specific about what you want. Okay, how much money do you want? What do you want your sales to be? And I know you don't have any right now, so you say, well, JR, I don't even know. Well, pick a number. It doesn't matter. You got to pick a number so you know what you need to do to get to that number. Number 2 is really how you're going to set that up, and it's look back from the point of success to what you had done. Now what do I mean by that? It sounds kind of tough, doesn't it? I want you to pretend like whatever goal you set, let's say it's $1 million a year, you've already achieved it. You've achieved $1 million a year, and then I want you to write down what you did to get there. Okay, how many hours a week did you work? What days did you work? What did you do when you got off your job? Did you watch TV, or did you go to your office for 2 hours and work? Did you on the weekends go to a ball game, or did you sit in your office 8 hours a day on Saturday and Sunday and worked on your business? What did you do to get to that $1 million? And write all that out, and now you've got a roadmap to what you need to do. Number 3, list the steps. List the steps of what you're going to do. Everything has steps. They have to be in order, and if you don't follow that order of steps, you're going to mess up. Okay, so let's say you're trying to sell a product online. Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is maybe research your market and then figure out your product. Okay, it's got to be in that order, and then you're going to list them online, and then you're going to sell your products, and you're going to run ads or whatever it is. List out all those steps. It's so important to list your steps. Number 4 is stay loyal to your goal no matter what. No matter what. Now when I started out, you know, my goal was to start an online business. I wanted to make 1/2 of what I was making on my job. Now why would I want to make 1/2? Because I reasoned that at 1/2 I could quit my job and get away from my awful boss. That was my goal. Okay, my goal was I didn't want to work for this guy anymore, and I figured with 1/2 of that income I could achieve that. I could quit and go forward. Now I say stay loyal to your goal. That was my goal, and I achieved that goal. You know, I did that goal. But what happened afterwards is we ran into some business difficulties, and our sales went down and things weren't so good, and I wanted to remain loyal to my goal. My goal was to work for myself. So at that point I had a choice. I could say, hey, this didn't work out, you know, I'm losing some money, I'm in debt, I can't do these things, I need to go back to my old job, which I could have done. And I said, but that's not my goal. My goal is not to go back to my old job. My goal is to have this successful business and earn a lot of money. So I stayed loyal to my goal, and I worked through those things, and I figured out other ways to go about it, and I figured out other ways to make money within my own business. So you've got to stay loyal to your goal. Don't expect, if you get a business and it starts making money, that everything's going to go smoothly from that point forward. It will not. I promise you it will not. The guy that you work for now, or the company you work for now, will tell you the same thing. They experience problems. You know, we're in the middle of this pandemic now, and it's actually kind of going away, but you know, a lot of businesses have experienced some really tremendous problems. I look at the restaurant industry, and I see some restaurants that, you know, didn't hook up their apps right, and they don't know how to take, you know, in-person orders, and they don't know how to do deliveries, and they really didn't put any effort into it. And then I see other businesses that jumped all over it. I look at big franchises like, you know, Chick-fil-A, who, you know, really beefed up their to-go drives, and they treat the customers even better, and they put awnings outside, and they give drinks to their employees, and they jumped all over this, and they said, hey, this is a big opportunity for us. I wouldn't doubt it, and I don't know, but I wouldn't doubt it if their sales didn't go up, while some restaurants went out of business. You know, so what you need to do is stay loyal to your goal no matter what, and react to those situations positively. How are you going to fix things when things go wrong? And number five is, I think, the biggest one. You need to stop doing things you shouldn't do. You need to stop doing things you shouldn't do. Okay, and we all have a list of things we shouldn't do, and it's so funny because when we're doing these things we shouldn't do, we still do them. It makes no sense. Now generally the reason we're doing the things we're doing, and we know we shouldn't do it, is because in that moment we feel good. Okay, so it may be eating that cookie, maybe eating that bowl of ice cream. Okay, in that moment we know that we're going to feel good, we're going to get satisfaction. But the problem with this is we also know that if we keep doing that thing, it's going to affect our health, and we're going to get overweight. Okay, and we're not going to feel good. But we sacrifice the future for that moment. Why would you do that? Why would you sacrifice your future for that moment? Now that doesn't mean you can't ever have a cookie again, but it does mean you probably shouldn't sit down and eat a whole bag of cookies, or you probably shouldn't eat the cookie every single night. Okay, it's not to say you can't have some immediate gratification. When your immediate gratification outweighs your future, then you got a problem. So we need to make a list of those things that we need to stop doing. Now those lists of things we could stop doing, I use the cookie example, it could actually be overeating in general. It could be actually hanging out with people who are negative. That makes us feel better about ourselves because our life is so much better than theirs. Okay, it could be, you know, going to a ball game every single weekend instead of staying home and working on our business. It could be staying up late watching TV shows or binge watching on Netflix. Now there's some shows I like to watch on Netflix and a couple other apps, but I'll allow myself an episode. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to sit there and watch 6 or 7 episodes of something because it's a colossal waste of time. I've got too many things to do. So you've got to make a list of things you need to stop doing also. Now in this video I've gone through a lot of examples. What I would recommend you doing is going back through the video, stopping it and writing down all 5 of these steps. And I do want to give them to you real quick here at the very end. Decide what you want and make it specific. List from success looking back. In other words, put yourself in that success position that you were trying to achieve and look back and see what you should have done or what you did to get there and write those things down. List the steps to get there is number 3. Number 4 is stay loyal to your goal no matter what happens. Okay, you can work through this. And number 5, make a list of the things you should stop doing immediately. Okay, you got to stop doing these things. It's costing you your success, whatever your goal is. Now if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe below. I want to hear your comments. What have you found that works for you? What success techniques has worked for you, or what obstacles are you getting? If you have a question, I'll answer it below. Feel free to put that in the comments section. Also remember, I have a $97 course below. It's simple to get. You just click and learn, not hard to do. So go down there and click and grab that course down there. I really appreciate you watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so that every single time I do a video, you're part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified immediately. You don't miss anything. You don't have to go searching for it. Also, when I go live, you'll also be notified then. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.